Michelle Stafford just confirmed what we all were suspected. For weeks, the air around the Young and the Restless set had been buzzing like a beehive just after someone's tapped it. Rumors, soft whispers that turned into full-blown gossip, were swirling in every corner of the fandom. Fans weren't just watching the show, they were reading between the lines, analyzing every Instagram post, every interview, every subtle shift in Michelle Stafford's smile. And then, last night, in a moment no one could have scripted better, Michelle Stafford finally said the words that made the internet stop breathing for a beat. The stage was set on her live Q&A with fans, just Michelle, her phone, and the glow of a warm California evening spilling through the window behind her. She looked calm, almost too calm, as the questions poured in. Then came the one that everyone had been waiting for. Michelle, is it true? Is the thing we've all been talking about actually happening? She paused, her lips pressing together, eyes darting just slightly to the side. For a moment, she seemed to weigh her answer carefully, whether to keep feeding the speculation or drop the truth like a firecracker in the middle of the room. Then, with the faintest hint of a smile, she leaned closer to the camera. Yeah, it's true. The reaction was instant. Comment sections exploded, Twitter lit up like Times Square on New Year's Eve, and the hashtags started trending. Hashtag Michelle confirmed it, hashtag we knew it, and the boldest of all, hashtag Phyllis is back. But the truth she confirmed wasn't just about Phyllis Summers, her fiery, unpredictable character. This was about Michelle herself. For months, die-hard fans had noticed subtle shifts, extra behind-the-scenes photos, sudden meetups with certain co-stars off-camera, cryptic captions about change, and coming full circle. People speculated endlessly. Was she leaving the show? Returning full-time? Taking on a new storyline that would shake Genoa City to its core? Now, the answer was out in the open. Michelle Stafford was not only staying, she was stepping into one of the most daring, emotionally charged storylines the soap had attempted in years. The seed of suspicion. It all began with a single episode 2 months ago. Phyllis had been missing from several key storylines, her appearances brief and almost deliberately quiet. Fans began dissecting every scene, looking for hidden meaning. Why was Phyllis suddenly so cautious? Why were certain rivals barely crossing her path? Then came the social media breadcrumbs, Michelle posting nostalgic throwbacks to old Y&R episodes, often paired with captions like, "Some things never die," or, "Full circle moments are coming." Longtime watchers knew Michelle well enough to recognize when she was teasing something big. The theory mill started churning. Some believed her character was about to die a shocking soap opera death, only to return months later in classic daytime fashion. Others were convinced she was about to reunite with a certain fan-favorite co-star. But the most tantalizing theory, that Phyllis was about to become the centerpiece of a high-stakes, revenge-driven storyline that would drag nearly every major character into the chaos. The confirmation heard round the soap world. Michelle's live Q&A didn't just confirm the rumors, it added gasoline to an already roaring fire. She didn't spill every detail, of course, this is Michelle Stafford we're talking about, but she gave just enough for fans to start painting the picture. Let's just say, she teased, Phyllis isn't done with Genoa City. And Genoa City definitely isn't done with her. The words hit like a plot twist cliffhanger. Within hours, entertainment blogs picked it up. Some framed it as the return of the redhead tornado, while others suggested that Michelle's new arc could rival her most legendary storylines from the late 90s and early 2000s. For those who've followed her career, the announcement was more than just a storyline update. It was a promise that Michelle Stafford was about to remind everyone why she's considered one of the best in the business. The emotional undercurrent. But there was another layer to this confirmation, one that tugged at the heartstrings of her most loyal fans. Michelle didn't just talk about her character, she spoke about the connection between her and the audience. "You've all been with me through so many versions of Phyllis," she said softly. "Some of you have grown up with her. And I just want to say, thank you. This next chapter, it's for you." Her voice cracked slightly on those last 3 words, and you could almost feel the weight behind them. This wasn't just a job for her, it was a relationship, a decades-long bond with viewers who'd laughed, cried, and screamed at their TVs alongside her. Behind-the-scenes buzz. Sources from inside the Y&R set have been whispering that the writers have been building this arc for months. It's rumored to involve alliances fans never saw coming, betrayals that cut deep, and a central mystery that will span the better part of a year. And at the center of it all, Michelle's Phyllis, both victim and mastermind, heartbreak and hurricane rolled into one. There's also speculation that Michelle herself had a hand in shaping this storyline. She's known for being deeply invested in her character's authenticity, often collaborating with writers to keep Phyllis sharp, unpredictable, and emotionally real. If that's true, it means fans are about to see a version of Phyllis that comes straight from Michelle's own creative instincts, an electric combination that's delivered some of the show's most unforgettable moments in the past. The fan reaction. You didn't need to be on social media to know the reaction was seismic. Fans were texting, calling, and even FaceTiming their fellow soap watchers to gush over the news. Some were already rewatching classic episodes, gearing up for what's to come. Others were making bold predictions. That Phyllis would finally take down her enemies once and for all, or that a long-buried secret from her past would resurface to upend the entire Newman-Abbott-Summers dynamic. One fan tweet summed it up perfectly. Michelle Stafford doesn't just play Phyllis, she is Phyllis. If she says something big is coming, clear your schedule and buckle up. Why this matters. Soap operas thrive on suspense, twists, and emotional payoffs, but they also thrive on the performers who bring those stories to life. Michelle Stafford has been a cornerstone of The Young and the Restless for years, her energy and charisma turning even the simplest scene into something electric. This confirmation isn't just about a plotline, it's about the reminder that daytime TV can still deliver those can't-miss moments that keep generations hooked. It's about a performer stepping fully into her power, owning her legacy, and inviting her fans to come along for the ride. As the live Q&A wrapped up, Michelle gave one last grin to the camera. "Just remember," she said, "you asked. And now, you know." With that, she ended the stream, leaving fans in a frenzy and Genoa City's future hanging in delicious suspense. One thing was certain. Whatever we had all suspected, Michelle Stafford had just confirmed it. And somehow, it was even bigger than we imagined.